Hi friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have 4 piles in front of me. We are going to be taking a look at what is happening next in your love life. To start, I have pile number 1. This is the PhantomWise tarot deck for my pile number 1s. Pile number 2, we have the Kawaii deck for my pile number 2s. Pile number 3, we have the Tipsy Tarot deck, which I am actually releasing. I'll be releasing that in October, if all goes well. Perfect. And then for pile number 4, we have the Romance deck coming out. Those are the 4 options that I have for you today. Pile number 1, the PhantomWise. Pile number 2, the Kawaii deck. Pile number 3, Tipsy Tarot. And pile number 4, the Romance Tarot. You can find the timestamps down in the description below, or I'll have them on screen in just a moment here. And I will see you guys at your reading. Make sure to check out my live streams over on TikTok every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday for super discounted reads, as well as general readings for all the zodiac signs. We also take a look at career and love. And you can hop on over to my Etsy to check out any private readings if you're interested in that. Once again, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you at your pile. Bye! Hi, pile number 1. If you chose the PhantomWise tarot deck, then you are at your reading. Today we're going to be taking a look at what is going to happen next in your love life. I'm going to do a quick cleanse. And let's get to it. I did pre-pull some oracle for you guys. But let's take a look. The first card that we have is the Beaver coming out, okay? This is an earth sign, so that could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo being highlighted. Now with the Beaver, this often highlights hard work. So maybe you've been feeling like love has just been a challenge for you. It's just been hard work. Maybe you've been the one putting in all the effort. This kind of gives me the energy of like you will love for the both of you. So it's important that you find a partner who isn't willing to take advantage of that. Interesting. Let's go ahead and continue on. It looks like we have recovery coming out alongside expansion. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. So maybe you've been taking a break from dating, from love. There might be, I don't want to be rude, but maybe like a hint of trauma from dating, and so you've been in this recovery stage. This kind of reminds me, I went through this long period in my life where I had been so traumatized from my past relationships that every time I thought about dating, or like someone would be like, oh, like I could introduce you to someone, I would just start screaming. I was just like, ha, 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 because I was so overwhelmed by the concept of it. I felt like every time I'd gotten into a relationship, I was like giving out parts of myself, big chunks of myself. And I see that you've been in this recovery process. Maybe you've been feeling like that as well, where every time that you love someone, it's just you giving out these big chunks of yourself and not getting anything in return. We also have expansion coming in, so you might be really focusing on work, stability, maybe routines, okay? Interesting, a bunch of shadow cards just fell. Okay, pile number 1, I'm going to put these to the side, but we will do those for you since they decided to plop right out. So and with the shadow cards coming out, I feel like that almost affirms the fact that you've had quite a struggle in love, especially recently. Again, maybe you've been very focused just on yourself, on healing. We have enemy coming out. Get the rest on the table here. We also have ascension, magnetic. We have mirror coming out, okay? That says mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, and it ends with introspection. We also have the Phoenix. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful energy. That's about new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, and a changed mind. And I have 2 messages here for you. We have you make my heart full. Oh, that's actually so sweet. And then we also have you matter coming out. So again, I feel like the past here is very important to your future. And I think you know this. I think maybe you've been trying to avoid things that might remind you of what's happened in the past, not to be triggered by them. You've been on this healing journey, and I do see that you've ascended. You've really grown up, I feel like mentally. This is kind of reminding me of the song, what is it? 30 by 30 on 30 by Kendrick Lamar. But specifically where the female singer, I don't know what Honey's doing over there. But the female singer, she starts off the song and she goes, I used to think about immature things like, do you love me? Is this your real phone number? Are you going to come over like you said you would? So that's kind of what this energy is giving me. Maybe you've been reflecting during this recovery period about how when you go in for love, you are magnetic. And I feel like a lot of people really do like you. But unfortunately, I feel like you might attract people who are trying to, I don't want to say own you, but they don't love you for who you are. They love you for how you can benefit them, how you can provide for them. And I think that you're starting to grow out of that, where you're like, I used to think about immature things. I used to give out big chunks of my heart to anybody who would take it, because I loved, and I loved freely, and I loved stupidly. And while I don't think loving freely is stupid in itself, I do think that there needs to be a limit and a line. And so I do see that you've been reflecting very, very heavily on the things that have hurt you, maybe how people mirrored you, how they took advantage of you. And I see that you're changing. And so your love life is changing alongside that. We have you make my heart fall. I think this is so beautiful. When this first came out, I was like, oh, my heart, because pile number one, your love life is changing for the better. I actually think that you are now attracting people who are willing to give back, at the very least, the amount that you give out. They're willing to reciprocate that love. And I do see some kind of relationship here moving to the next level as a result. I think this is going to really make some people from your past very angry. I think they're going to be so upset, because I think the person that is coming in is a hard worker. I think that they're here to help you heal. But it doesn't feel like the healing is going to be very linear or comforting. It might just be like you tell them a story about your ex and they look at you in horror and you realize, like, oh, that's not normal. Oh my goodness. So I actually feel like the person that's coming in for you, what's happening next in your love life, is you'll actually be recognizing even more emotional wounds that you didn't know was there, but there's going to be like support there for you to lean on. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's take a look. What are my pile number ones? What can they expect to happen next in their love life? What can my pile number ones expect to happen next in their love life, please, Spirit? Ooh, whoa. Oh, ooh, hot and heavy. Okay, I wasn't expecting that for this pile, if I'm being honest with you. Okay, we have the Devil coming out in reverse. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, the Devil in reverse, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Swords upright, King of Swords reversed, the World reversed. Middle of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands coming out. Back of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse coming out. Okay, so yeah, again, I feel like, especially with these ending cards over here, these overall, I feel like in the past, you've had to fight a lot to be loved properly. And I see that you really haven't gotten back what you deserved in those relationships. Behind the Seven of Pentacles is the Star, and you're healing from that. You're healing from like the disappointment. You might have been someone who like romanticized potential in the past, who thought like, I know that you're capable of doing this, so why aren't you doing this? And so what's coming in for you next? A lot of passion. They do want to offer you a very intimate time, and I actually think this person will take their time getting to know you, getting to know your body, your likes. They might be very good in bed, especially with this Devil card following that. And while that is true, I actually think that part of what they're offering you is like this olive branch to emotional safety. I think that this person is very gentle, very soft, very kind. I think that they consider you just as much as you consider others. And with this Devil card in reverse here, again, I think that this is going to upset someone from your past who knows that they should have treated you better. They're very unhappy that you're moving on without them. With this Five of Pentacles in reverse as well, again, it's like you were coming out of some kind of darkness that they had put you in. And they were hoping that you'd stay there. So I think that this will be a bit of an Ace of Swords for you, a double-edged sword here. I don't think that you were planning on this to happen. I think you were actually very focused on yourself and on recovery. And then this person showed up and it feels like they struck a match inside of you. With that Ace of Swords, I feel like you're going to be very scared to enter into this kind of dynamic with this person. We have the Knight of Swords and the World. Again, it's like you weren't expecting for this to happen, for this person to come in. And so I feel like you'll be like tiptoeing around or like walking on eggshells in regards to this situation. But luckily, I don't see this as being a situation where you have to fight to be loved. I think that this person actually loves you very, very much. They want to get to know more about you. I mean, look at all the books that he's reading. It's like they want to get to know more about you, why you are the way that you are. This is actually reminding me of a Facebook post that I was seeing earlier this week, where it's this man, he's talking about his experience, how in the first 3 months of dating his wife, he noticed that she said sorry often, a lot. And he counted one day, and he learned that she had said I'm sorry like 30 something times in just one day. And it really, while it made him sad, it upset him because he was like, this is the behavior of someone who has either been in relationships or grown up in a household where they have to apologize just for existing, basically. And unfortunately, I think that that's something that you have had to deal with here. This person that's coming in for you, what's happening next in your love life is this person's coming in to help heal you. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to turn into a relationship, but I think this person is very interested in a relationship with you. However, I think that you might be a bit too frightened to expand into that territory, given your past experiences in love. And that's where this double-edged sword energy is coming from, where you're like, I do care for you, I have emotion for you, but I am terrified. I'm terrified to be with you, to accept the kind of love that you're giving me because I've never had it before. And this is actually so healing. I think what's so important about this healing process specifically is, especially with that mirror card that we have, I feel like that this person is going to mirror a lot of the things that an ex did, but it's going to be like the reverse, like the reciprocal of it, where it's actually incredibly healing for you to deal with the opposite. So for example, maybe this new person will invite you out to a restaurant that you used to frequent with your ex, and maybe you always paid the bill, and this time around, the new person pays the bill. And so it's very healing for the fact that like you didn't have to take on that responsibility, that burden. It was already taken care of for you. Oh, that's what I'm seeing. It's actually such a beautiful energy, but you would have to be able to accept it. So let me get some affirmations for you, and I think that's where we're going to leave this off. Pile number 1, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We have today, I will not compare. Again, I feel like there's this energy of like, you're going to go through very similar circumstances with this person, with this new person, but the way that they behave and react is going to be so healing because it's so different than how you've been treated in the past. So today I will not compare. Today I will not compare myself to others. I will find true peace in my life. And I think this goes for other people as well. Like you're not going to be comparing this new person to this old person because they're so wildly different. Did you guys, it just hit me in the face. We have today I will express myself. Today, I will express my feelings openly and honestly by writing them down and reading them aloud. So again, I feel like you're going to be scared to enter into a dynamic with this person. And I think it would be important for you to vocalize that to them as to not leave them confused or hurting. I am going to get a couple more. I'm actually just going to grab some charms, some initials, and I think that's where we're going to end it today, guys. I wanted to keep these a little bit shorter, so. Ooh, we've got a couple. So this person that's coming in, they are very, very loyal. Got my loyalty card coming in. They could be in the military. We have my heart dog tag. They could be in the military, or maybe you were with someone who was in the military in the past. We have my unicorn coming out. So again, this person thinks you are just absolutely special. I just heard scrumptious. This person thinks you're scrumptious. I don't know how that's related to the unicorn, but I'll leave it. We have Lucifer coming out. So I feel like maybe you like dated someone who was like the devil in the past, and they're watching to see if you move on. I do see this coming in very, very quickly with my lightning bolt here. This could be someone who is in like a different place or has a different currency. This is a Canadian quarter. I'm in America. So again, they might live in like a different place than you. Now, for my initials, we have, let me organize these a little bit. They might say hey to you. I feel like they're going to approach you. So we have H, E, Y, E, F, F, M, I, U, X, C, R. And that's what I'm seeing for you guys, pile number one. Let me know down in the comments how this resonated for you. Make sure to check out my private readings over on my Etsy. Like, comment, subscribe over here on YouTube. We post every single Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you would like, you can check out my TikTok live streams. We go live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday doing general love and career readings with super discounted readings during the open sessions. So again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next from pile one. Bye! Hi, pile number two. If you chose the Kawaii's Lovers card, then you are at your reading. Today we are going to be taking a look at what is happening next in your love life. Now I do have your pre-shuffled oracle ready, so let's go ahead and get into it. I do just want to know, I was channeling a song right before this reading, which I wasn't expecting. It was Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes, I think. I don't know, that might have some messages for you, but let's go ahead. Let's get into the pre-shuffled tarot. The first card that I have available is the Elk coming out in my Animal Spirit card deck. Now, the Elk is the ultimate like father figure in this deck. It is an earth sign energy. So that's going to be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming out. This is a very grounded person. Interesting. You may have children with this person, or you will have children with this person. Let's get a deeper look moving forward into the rest of the oracle. Oh my goodness, we have grief coming out. Okay. We also have perseverance. So maybe in love you feel like you've just lost a lot. You could also be a masculine yourself. Maybe you lost a child as well here, with that being a father card. There's a couple different scenarios that I'm seeing already. But regardless, I feel like in love you've just been feeling a lot of grief and been pushing through as a result. Been trying to move forward. Oh goodness. I love the birds on that. My grandmother used to absolutely love birds, and let me tell you, she had the most horrific time in love. I remember hearing the stories about it when I was growing up, how her first husband was incredibly abusive, and then her second husband was a severe addict, and he was also abusive and abused her children. And then her third husband was like 25 years younger than her. That's my grandpa, and I absolutely love him to death. He's the coolest guy ever, and they were in love till the end of her life. And the reason that I bring up my grandma is because she owned so many birds. She loved lovebirds specifically. So I do feel like someone is coming in to help heal this grief that's in your heart, to help. And I feel like, look at this woman, right? The woman in the red dress, look at the one next to her. She has her hand on her shoulder as this woman is like leaning up against her. So I feel like there's someone who's coming in to support you through a lot of grief here. You guys are going to be like little lovebirds perched. What am I hearing? This is a really old, cheesy elementary school song. It's, oh, what is it? It's like you say their names, and then you're like, sitting in a tree. Kissing. So I feel like this is kind of like a childlike love that's coming towards you. Maybe you've known this person for a really long time, or you knew them when you were younger, more immature. But regardless, I mean, like this, I actually feel like you already know who this is. And I feel like there is a deeper connection here between the two of you. But maybe you've been in too much grief to want to look at that. But this person is being sent to you, I almost feel like by the divine, to help you heal this grief. Okay, we have change, number 18. Change, that's Mercury being highlighted. This person might have a really strong message for you. It's like something that they say. It's going to help you just to like put your shoulders down, relax, to feel safe in love again. And honestly, to kind of activate this like playfulness. This almost reminds me of, it's so funny. This pile I'm getting so many references for. I was seeing this post on social media a couple days ago, and it said, like, you know, me getting ready, me getting dressed, looking fancy, it's not vanity, it's play, right? I need people to like reframe their mindset when they see someone who's like nice and dressed up in a good outfit with makeup on, who's done their hair, etc. When you see someone like that, you shouldn't think, oh wow, they're so vain. Instead, you should think, wow, like they're really integrating play back into their life. They're doing this because they're playing around with life. They're happy to do so. And I think that's very important to this pile, actually. I think there needs to be like this essence of play that's almost like injected into your experiences right now, because I feel like you've just been low for so long. So long. And look at these butterfly wings with that change. That's like transformation. It looks like monarch wings there. Very beautiful. That's all about transformation. So again, this person's coming in to help transform you. We have a couple more, so I'm just going to get those out on the table. You might know this person. You might have contact with them online. I feel like this is going to feel so threatening and scary to you. I feel like you're going to want to run. But let's keep going. We have the golden mirror. Self-absorbed, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Maybe you've dealt with this in the past. Like you dealt with someone who was just incredibly selfish and didn't care that you were so hurt and in so much pain. Maybe it's that you've been very selfish for a while. If it's not someone else, it could be you. Maybe it's, and I don't think that, I'm not calling you selfish to be mean, I'm so sorry. I think you've been selfish because it's like a survival thing, where it's like in order to cope with the grief, you had to focus on yourself. You couldn't care about anyone else. And that's normal, that's okay, that's acceptable. But I think that era of your life is actually coming to quite a quick end here. Yeah, look, not enough. And part of it, I think, might be insecurity. Maybe you're worried that you're going to lose them. That's this threatened energy. I was picking up on so much fear here. My pile number 2 is, why are you so scared? You also might be scared of what other people might think or say. Maybe this is like an ex that you've that you're going back to, or maybe like your family doesn't like them or your friends don't like them, so you might be worried about that. But I see that this person, they've changed a lot, and I think that they could actually be incredibly helpful, but you have to be willing to open your heart to them. We have a couple more messages here. Look, I swear you know this person. I swear that you know this person. This is, I know you from somewhere, number 6. This is someone that you have known for a long time, pile number 2. Yeah, they're saying, I just wish things could be different. And then we also have, I am addicted to you. So again, addiction might be significant here, because I mentioned that with my grandmother as well. Her second partner was a huge addict. And he was very, very abusive as a result. So maybe you struggled, like either with addiction, or you had, maybe someone from like an ex had a really bad addiction. Maybe they were why you had to become so selfish and put yourself first. But yes, I do see that this person that's coming in, oh my goodness, what's happening next in your love life? This person is coming in to help heal you. And I feel like to help you, make you reconnect with like your own inner child. So let's go ahead, let's get into the tarot and see what else you can expect for your love life now. All right, pile number 2, let's go ahead and get into the tarot. I also did want to say, before I get into the tarot, the 7 Nation Army song. Maybe it's like you've been at war with grief for a really long time. I don't know why that message came out when I was preparing to do the tarot shuffle, but it did. I was like, oh, okay, thanks, Spirit. I appreciate it. I appreciate the commentary. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We have the King of Swords. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. Okay, there's a lot of inner conflict here. Wow. We have the Chariot. We have Strength. And we have Judgment. Oh my goodness. These are some really strong major arcanas coming out at the end here. Let's keep going. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I need to just slice the deck. We have the Queen of Swords coming out, and then we have the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so what's happening next in my pile number 2's love life? What can they expect? if I can be so honest with you, I expect you to reject this person. Like, very, very quickly, too. There's a lot of inner conflict in you, I think. And I think what you're not seeing is that they're actually, like, a great match for you. I think that this person is in a very similar situation, even if they haven't vocalized that, where they're dealing with a lot of grief as well, or they have gone through a lot of grief as well. So it's like they can understand what it is that you're going through. With this Five of Wands, that's mass amount of internal conflict and fear being highlighted. Usually I do resonate fear being with like swords energy, but here I touch this card and I feel like terrified. So there might be, I'm not seeing the Fool card here, but there might be something here about like taking a leap of faith. We have the Knight of Cups and the Chariot here. So again, I feel like this person is going to come towards you quite romantically, and you're going to run because you're scared. You're going to run because you're scared. And you're in this kind of like cold survival mode. So you feel like I don't have like, yeah, you're going to feel like you don't have the capacity to let this person in, to let them help you. And there also might be some kind of pride thing here as well, where you're like, I can do it. I can do this by myself. I don't need anybody else. I don't need anybody. Like, maybe you're the kind of person who's like made peace with the fact that you're just going to be single, that you don't want a relationship. And Spirit's out here calling you a liar. They're like, absolutely not. That's just your ego talking, babe. So we're going to send you in this Queen of Swords to whip your King of Swords into shape. And let me tell you, you are going to fall so hard. We have my King of Cups behind that. Remember that gender doesn't really matter. So we all have feminine and masculine energies inside of us. You are a sovereign individual being who can interact with both of those energies. We have the Four of Wands. So again, I think that this is someone that you've known for a long period of time. My Four of Wands is a reunion energy. So I feel like you will meet back up with this person and potentially reject them. And oh my goodness, no wonder we have Strength and Judgment in reverse. I think you're going to reject them. Maybe they'll take it really well and it's going to make you feel bad. Again, there's something here about like family. You've got my Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor. It's like you're scared of gossip, scared of what family or friends might say, what they might think. Interesting. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm so excited for you, pile number 2, because I feel like this person is just going to, they're bringing some light into your life. I feel like you've been in the darkness, and my ear is itching like crazy. I don't want to be rude when I say that I think you've been in the darkness for quite a while, but this reminds me of Job in the Bible. Job has always been one of my favorite biblical stories, and there's a very specific verse in Job that I find extremely captivating, and I always have. It's where it talks very heavily about how when a man draws close to the pit, right? Now the pit, the original like Hebrew word for it is, oh my goodness, it's their version of like Catholic purgatory, where it's like it's where the dead go. So it's not like it's hell, but it can also refer to death as well. So when you draw close to like death, or when you're drawing close to like the end, right? When you're covered in darkness, God will send you an angel. And it says later, God will send you an angel 2 or maybe 3 times. And so I feel like this person is that's being sent in. They were an angel in your life originally, and then they were sent a second time, and they were an angel then, and you still rejected them. And so God, getting so frustrated with your judgment, sends them in a 3rd time. Now you don't have to be religious, whatever deity or religion that you believe in, you're more than welcome to utilize that. I love God, so I use God, but make it fit how it works for you. I'm not trying to push my religion onto you. But I think they're like almost fed up with you, with you denying their angel, because they're trying to send this person in to bring light to all the darkness that you've been experiencing. Oh, and it's going to be such a beautiful victory. With my 6 of Wands, that's a victory card. It's going to be a beautiful victory for you. I feel like this person's going to make you feel alive again. And maybe you are no contact with them right now. You actually might be worried that you've hurt this person in some way. We have my 10 of Swords. Maybe you're hoping that you can make it up to them. We have my 4 of Swords, Restless. I think you know this already. And I think you're only at this reading for confirmation about it. So thank you so much for trusting me with that. But yeah, let's go ahead. I want to grab you some affirmations. We'll get a couple charms, and I think that's where we're going to leave it today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I feel like the peace that this person is going to bring your life will change it for the better. You are going through a massive, massive amount of change. Okay. Oh! Sorry, we'll get there. I'm so excited for you, pile number 2. My heart. I'm red in the face because my heart is like, for you. I'm so excited for you. The first card says, today I will persevere. Today, nothing will worry me. All of my problems will pass in time. This might be in regards to that grief as well, where it's like nothing can really heal the wound of grief outside of time itself. Like, grief is a big black ball in your chest, and the ball doesn't ever shrink, but the space in your chest around it grows. We also have today, I will breathe, which is so funny because I took a massive breath right before I said that. Today, as I face challenges, I will call a mental timeout. I will consciously breathe with my eyes closed and focus on slowing my inhalation and exhalation. Ooh, there might be something here where it's like, with that mental timeout, there might be a need to call yourself out. Pile number 2. To call yourself out when you're like, I feel like you have a really big runner energy. And I'm not being mean. I'm an avoidant, so I feel you. I feel you, babe. I'm a runner. I'm a track star. I'm right in the same place as you. We have today I will breathe. With that mental timeout, I feel like there's going to be a moment where you have to, like, pause yourself and be like, wow, like, am I behaving this way because this is how I truly like want to express myself, this is truly how I feel, or am I behaving this way out of fear and out of survival and out of like this persevering energy where I just have to get through today and then I just have to get through tomorrow? Like, life doesn't have to be like that, pile number 2. You're allowed to breathe and relax and let people come in and take care of you and love you and care for you. You don't have to run from them. And then we have today, I have faith. That's what got me so excited. Because again, I feel like your angels, I feel like your God or your deity, whatever you believe in the universe, is sending you in an angel to help you with this. It says, today I have faith. Today I have faith and truly believe that anything is possible. Let's go ahead. Let's get a couple more. I want to get some initials for you, and I think that's where we're going to leave it today. Okay. Someone here could be a Sagittarius. Sagittarius could be significant. I do see a ring coming in. We do have my owl. That's often about a treasure. Something here, you thought it was wrapped with like a neat little bow. Funny, it's about, because there's going to be some love blooming here. We only got 3 initials. We have E, V, I. Evie? Interesting. And I have a little bird as well. So again, there might be like some kind of fear of gossip, but I think you need to get over that. I'm not going to lie. You can't be reliant on others' validation your whole life. And honestly, what is the saying? I've been saying this a lot recently, where it's like, if there's something wrong with me, that implies that there's something right with other people, and I've met other people, so I know that's not true. So there might be like some kind of mindset shift that you need to instill here in regards to other people's gossip. But that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check me out over on my TikTok for some super discounted reads or on my Etsy for private readings. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. If you chose the Tipsy Tarot Lovers card, then you're at your reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do want to have a disclaimer here. When I use the Tipsy Tarot deck, this is still a prototype. It has not been released. I made this deck. And so I am missing 1 card in this entire deck. I accidentally doubled up on the 2 of Cups. There should be an Ace of Cups and a 2 of Cups. There's 2 of Cups. So I will keep that in mind in case that comes up. But let's go ahead. Let's jump into your pre-shuffled oracle here. So taking a look at pile number 2, what is going to happen in their love life next? Oh my goodness, we have the Crow. This is deep intuition. Wow, and a worldly vision as well. This is an air sign, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be significant or involved here. We have perfection. Okay, so whatever's coming next is going to be perfect for you. Maybe also, it's like this person, they like meet every single one of your standards. Like they check all of your boxes in some way, or something here is going to happen perfectly. This could be like a proposal. And then we also have gossip. So yeah, people are going to be talking about it. maybe this is, again, I'm really getting a strong proposal energy here. I don't know if that proposal is like immediate, or if it's like you're gonna meet this person and eventually they will propose and this relationship will be like perfect for you. And either way, I feel like people are gonna be talking a lot about your relationship. We've got my lucky card coming out. I feel like this person that's coming in, you feel so lucky to know them, to be loved by them, to be supported by them. Again, I feel like this is your person. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I feel like this is your person. I haven't said that for any of the other piles. So maybe this pile really needed that kind of like confirmation. But yes, I think this is your person that's coming in. I think they're perfect for you. Um, and I think people are really gonna be talking about it. Maybe, and with these jealous faces over here, I feel like you're gonna feel so eccentric and wild and free with this person. Like, with that worldly vision, it's like this person can really help you bring your vision to life. And actually, I think your visions will match each other. And so as a result, it's as if you're bringing their vision to life as well. And I do see some people jealous about it. This could be like exes. Interesting. Let's get a couple more. We do have financial support coming out. So again, maybe this person is coming in and they're like a little bit more well off than you, or you're able to pool resources together in order to make something happen here. We also have divine feminine being highlighted. So some of you might be in like a WLW relationship. This could be, yeah, I feel like this is someone who's really going to help you find yourself. Not that you're lost, because I'm not really pulling that you're lost. I actually feel like you've worked really heavily on yourself, and that's why you have such high expectations for a partner. But I feel like this person's going to help you to be a lot more authentic in yourself and be more free and eccentric. I was really picking that up with the gossip card, where it's like this person is really just going to help you be a lot more free to be yourself. They're going to love and support you, literally support you in a way that you've never experienced before, where you just feel, I'm getting real strong like Sagittarius vibes. I always joke that Sagittarius acts like a bird in a cage, and it's like someone's opening up. Maybe there's travel involved here. Maybe you'll be going on a trip with this person, or you have to travel to see them, or it's like long distance. Um, but yeah, I do get the sense that this person's like opening your cage. They're opening the cage up for you. We have the chaser. Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment. So I do see this person coming towards you. They might have to do a little chasing. But on top of that, I actually don't think that. I think in the past, you've had to be a chaser a lot. And I think that really like eroded down like your sense of comfort and peace in a relationship, where you've constantly had to wonder, like, is this person gonna leave? Am I gonna have to chase them again? This almost, no offense, divine feminines, no offense to my pile number threes, but this feels like maybe a lot of the love in your life has not been so lucky. My cat is growling. So I'm going to take that as confirmation that, yeah, love has not been lucky in your life so far. And so I said it again, she's growling again. Honey, you're going to have to figure it out, princess. So I do feel like with this person coming in, they're here to like help to change that. That might piss someone off. That might really make someone real mad here. Maybe, well, it could be a third party who's really upset that you're with them. And I don't think this third party is going to be active. I feel like this person's either been chasing you for a long time, or they've been chasing your next partner for a long time. What else do we have? We have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. Okay. And that's what's coming out with it. I think this is someone from your past who's going to come back. Maybe spreading lies and gossip, or trying to make you feel bad about your new relationship. And I see you being like very, very, again, free and authentic. You're free to like stomp your foot down, because I am seeing someone like stomp their foot down and be like, we're done. You need to move on. I'm with someone new. I had to do that once. Oh my goodness. I remember I was engaged, and my ex kept hitting me up, which was very, very frustrating. And I remember telling him, like, I'm very happy with my current partner. Please do not contact me again. So I feel like that might be the only, like, difficult. I want to say it's so weird. I was thinking sore spot. It might be like a sore spot in this relationship, where this person from the past comes back and tries to like chase or like get in between the two of you. And I see you just stomping your foot and being like, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, this person's manifesting you, pile number 3. I hope you know that. Your person is manifesting you right now. And they are wondering, like, do you even see me that way? So, and I think, I want to say the word, it's so interesting. The word see just like hit me like a wave, to be honest. I think that what's coming next for you in love, this new person, if they are new, I think they're really, really interested in your vision for them. This is so funny. It reminds me of the like memes that were going around years ago, where it's like the glow up that a white boy has when he dates like a black woman, right? Like he gets like a nice haircut and his clothes are better, like he's got like style. So I feel like this new partner is going to be really interested in how you would like style them, or they want to fit into your vision. Like I feel like this person just wants to impress you. They want to feel attractive to you. And so I feel like some of this is like they want to play the part. They want to play the part of your husband or your wife. Like they want to play the part. And I think they're willing to like pay to make that happen. Um, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get into the tarot. Let's take a look at the tarot. What can my pile number 3s expect next in their love life? What can they expect next in their love life? Okay, we have my 9 of matches. That's the 9 of wands in this deck. 9 of cups. I feel like you'd given up on being happy in love. You'd given up. You thought nobody could check all these boxes. Pfft, nobody can make me this happy. And this person's coming in to change that. We got the page of matches. Ooh, well, I'm hearing a song. What is it? It's so weird because this song is not technically related to like love by any means, but it's Burning Pile by Mother Mother, where it's like, all my worries in a burning pile, all lit up and I start to smile. It's that specifically. So I feel like this person's gonna take all your worries, all your fears, they're gonna put them in a big pile and set that shit on fire. Like with all the love in my heart, this person is here to like help you. And I don't want to say help you heal, because I don't actually think you need healing, pile number 3. I don't think that's what you need at all. I think you need passion. I think you need someone who is gonna like, what's the word for it? Indulge you in your own interests and your own desires, and someone who sees the vision and agrees with it and helps you to build it. And I think that this person is setting fire to all your worries that that's not going to work out. This is so strange. I just got the craziest download. If you are someone who manifests, pile number 3, this person might want to like help you manifest when you guys like get intimate, like maybe using like the O method or something, or like affirmations. But they truly do believe in your vision and they want to make it happen. It's actually so funny because with this page of matches, every single card in this deck has an alcoholic drink. That's why it's called Tipsy Tarot. And the drink for this one is passion fruit daiquiri. So again, I feel like you don't need healing in this situation. I think you just need passion. You need support. And I do see that coming in for you. Like this person is just gonna set fire to all of your worries. But I'm hearing Adele set fire to the rain. So again, maybe you've dealt with someone in the past who like tried to keep you down, or who didn't want to see you like do the things that you wanted to. And while I think it's actually gonna really, really upset this person that you're in a relationship where you're supported and where you don't have to hide your visions. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. What else? What else is happening next in my pile number 3's love life? We have the 10 of darts in reverse. Okay. Yeah, again, it's like they're pulling these knives out of your back. But it doesn't seem like it's healing. It feels like they're just letting you be yourself and they support it. And that in itself is so healing to you. Okay, 2 more. We do have justice coming in. And we have my 7 of cups. Ooh, pile number... Oh, you might have a hard time figuring out who this is because you might have a lot of options. Pile number 3. Oh, interesting. Sorry, these shadow cards keep trying to jump out during every single reading, and I'm just not letting it. But yeah, you might have a lot of options, pile number 3. But don't worry, I think there is justice in this situation. I think you will know this. It's so interesting. I just heard, this is actually a really common Christian quote. Not that you have to be Christian by any means. But it says like, you will know my followers by their fruit. And I feel like that's very similar. Like, you might have a lot of options here, and maybe that's actually part of the frustration, is that you have a lot of options, so you don't know who your person is. But I feel like you'll know this person by their fruits. Yeah, okay, let me cut the deck. We have the Six of Matches. That's my victory card. Six of Wands coming out. So again, like, this is a huge victory for you. That drink is the El Presidente. Love it. And then we also have the Two of Matches. So you might be currently at like a crossroads. I almost feel like love is not really on your mind. You might be at a crossroads because you feel like love hasn't worked out for you in the past. And so you're like, do I just give up? Do I just give up? Because I don't want to get hurt again. I've already healed myself after what happened last time. Do I just... Was this the pile where I was like, maybe you thought you were just going to be single? Maybe that was pile number 2. I don't know. There might be some messages for you in pile number 2, but that was a completely different reading than this one. So, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like you are going to meet this person, and they're going to... Maybe you already know this person, because they might be one of your options that you're considering. I feel like you'll know them by the fact that they support you endlessly. They encourage you endlessly. They love your visions. They believe in you. You will know this person by their fruits, my pile number 3s. Let's go ahead. I do want to end that here. I'm going to grab some affirmations for you, and we'll do some charms. Was this that pile? I'm not sure. I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, there might also be some gossip. Maybe you've been single for a while, or maybe like you, maybe you've been single for a while, and so there might be some gossip about that too. Okay, today I am powerful. It's the first card that comes out, pile number 3. Today I am powerful. Today my potential to succeed and conquer challenges is limitless. And I very much feel like this is in directly because of this person coming in. They are going to help you to feel so powerful and understood and loved and cared for that it's just going to make you feel like you are limitless. Like there is no glass ceiling that you can't burst straight through. We also have today, I am persistent. I feel like this person's going to be persistent towards you. Today, nothing will stop me from accomplishing my goals. Nothing will stand in the way of my happiness. Again, maybe you'll be manifesting with this person intentionally. I also love that, like, this one's completely pink, and then this one's, like, completely pink on the inside with a blue border. So, like, masculine, feminine energies coming together. We had 2 more come out. Today, I'm excited. Today is going to be the best day ever. This person's going to bring so much happiness and excitement into your life. And then we have today, I am flexible. They might really like that you're very flexible. Again, I'm getting, like, you guys are going to be in the sack a lot, is what I'm getting. Like, you guys are like 2 rabbits up in there. Today I'm flexible. Today I will adapt to changes in my life with an open mind and a positive outlook. Yeah, I feel like this person's going to change your life, but in the exact direction that you want it to be changed. Like, they are going to help you fulfill your vision, if not realize it, then to help fulfill it. So let's get some charms here. I really just want to get initials, and I think that's where we're going to leave this today, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to check out my private readings over on Etsy, or you can check out my TikTok every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We do super discounted reads, and we check out general readings, love, and career for all of the signs. Now, I do have my little heart with an arrow put through it. So, like, this, Cupid's arrow. Love is coming very soon for you, my pile number 3s. I feel like you're just going to monkey around with this person. Look at my little monkey coming out. You're just going to monkey around with this person. You're just going to have fun and manifest whatever it is that your heart desires. You might be taking a vacation or a trip, maybe to a foreign country with this person. We've got my Eiffel Tower coming out. Now for the initials, we have S, P. Oh, special person. SP. SP, D. Maybe you've listened to subliminals, SP, I don't know. And maybe that's part of why it's throwing it in. SP, D, X, Q, T. Oh, they think you're a cutie. G, L. That's what I'm seeing. Thank you so much for joining me today, pile number 3s. Again, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Etsy or my TikTok, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. If you chose this romance deck card, then you are at your reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. I do have your pre-shuffled oracle, so let's go ahead and get into it. We're taking a look at what is happening next in Pile 4's love life. Now, for the animal spirit card, ooh, we have the whale. So this could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces involved here. This is about depth, so you might be deepening a bond here with someone. For the people who are already in a relationship, for my singles, I feel like this feels like this feels really vulnerable, to be honest. And this is going to go for my taken people too. It does feel like you're going to get really, really, really vulnerable with someone in your life, with this person that you love. I don't know if this is exactly romantic. That's so funny, given that this is the romantic deck. But for some of you, this might be like a family member or a friend, where it's not romantic at all. It's just like, I feel like, I'm not trying to be weird here, but what I'm seeing in my mind's eye is it's like you're being cracked open. And not in a bad way. I think that this is by choice. I think it's to deepen the bond between you two. So let's go ahead and look at the other. We have discovery coming out. We have service coming out. For some of you, there might be some kind of like diagnosis here, because we have my service card being highlighted and that discovery. So that might deepen the bond here in kind of a like sad way. I just heard a Sick Sad World, but it's like a TV show in the TV show Daria. It's like a fake TV show. Maybe you really like Daria. I don't know. But yeah, some of you might be discovering like some kind of diagnosis that might help to deepen the bond. For others of you, I feel like part of the vulnerability here teaches this person how to care for you better. And this actually reminds me, years and years and years ago, I was in a long-term relationship. And I remember at the very end of that relationship, I had told them, I was like, I don't know if I ever loved you because I genuinely loved you, or if I had to manufacture feelings of love in order to like persevere, to stick around in this dynamic because I felt so unloved. Because your love language doesn't match up with mine at all. His love language was like doing small things that would like taking out the trash to make my day easier, so I don't have to do it in the morning. But I don't care about that, I will do that. That's not, inconveniences aren't that bad for me. What I needed was someone who was like present with me. And in that relationship, I felt so deeply alone. And I remember at the very end, we were talking about it very, very openly and vulnerably. And I was like, I don't know if I've manufactured these emotions for you in order to cope with the fact that I feel so deeply alone in this relationship because you don't love me in a way that I understand. And I feel like that might be part of it here. Maybe if you are single, because I don't know why I'm getting like two split ones, but it's like the same message. So it's like if you're single, you're being vulnerable because I feel like you can't go through something again where you feel really unloved in a relationship. And for the people who are taken, I feel like you're deepening your bond and teaching them how to love you better. And there's a lot of passion coming in. And also, weirdly enough, there might have been some messages in pile number 3 for you. But with this 37 fire coming out, I feel like you might be setting... One, there's a lot of passion, so a lot of like intimacy, romance. But I also feel like you might be setting fire to some kind of old dynamic here. Some old dynamic that was not working for you, that wasn't making you happy. We have done, complete lesson learned coming out. Some of you might be leaving someone. That's a complete different scenario, though. That is going to be for, like, a few people. But some of you might be leaving someone, like, setting fire to a relationship because you're the one doing all the work. For others of you, I think you're done living this way. What am I hearing? Ooh, Stay by Sugarland. Specifically, she says, I don't have to keep living this way. And so I think maybe you've realized that like you don't have to be in a relationship where things feel like shallow or surface level, or you're not being loved in the way that you need to be loved. I feel like that's what's changing for you. That's what's coming next for you, is like you're finally going to actually be feeling loved, not just feeling like you should feel loved. We have crickets, silence, non-action here. We also have family. So again, it might be like if this is not romantic, it might be a family member. That might be next. You might be deepening a bond with a family member, maybe one that you've been quiet with or that you have not had contact with recently. With the silence and non-action, I almost feel like a lot of this is going to be done for you. Like this person's going to bring up the conversation. There might be something here about like inner child wounds being highlighted that you need to talk to them about. We have seduction. So again, a lot of intimacy here. That doesn't have to be sexual, if this is a family or a friend. It could be that, you're getting a lot more. If this is a family member or a friend, I feel like you're providing them advice in regards to some kind of third-party situation. And I think that helps to deepen your bond. We also have kisses coming out. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love coming out. And for the 2 messages, we have the Ace of Cups and we have words do hurt. So again, I feel like there's something here about your voice, because we've got crickets, which is silence. We got words do hurt. And the whale is so heavily about depth. I feel like there's something here that you haven't been speaking your mind on a situation. There is so much love here, but you are going to have to communicate. And so I think that's where the big focus is coming in this next period of your life, of your love life. It's going to be focused on deepening your bonds and expressing your voice and being very, very vulnerable about it, even if that's deeply uncomfortable. There's also a lot of passion here. So for my singles, I do see you maybe like hooking up with someone. I don't know if that's the person that you're going to be vulnerable with. For my people in a relationship, I do see your sex life is going to be on fire. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the tarot. Okay, pile number 4, I've got your tarot out. Now, before I get into this, I'm going to share something really vulnerable and disgusting with you, okay? When I paused to grab the tarot deck, the deepest burp from the core of my stomach came out, and it took like a solid 2 minutes to get out. So, but the relief that I feel now is immaculate. So again, there is something here about like releasing something that's really deep. It's like hidden down deep. Letting that out is very relieving for you. Oh, we have my 3 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, that's usually about manifestation. And to see that in reverse, it's like you feel like you haven't been getting... What is that? What am I hearing? Like you're not getting what you signed up for? No, it's like you're not... It's like you haven't been getting... I don't know. I'm sorry. It's like you haven't been getting what you expected from the situation. We have the moon coming out in reverse. So again, secrets being exposed, coming out. Maybe you were hoping that they would like figure it out on their own. But I don't see that. I don't see that being the truth here. I think you are going to have to talk to them about it. I feel like they're going to be the one who brings this up. Maybe because they recognize that like you're just not very happy and they want to do better for you. Let's get a little bit more. Okay. We have my Hanged Man coming out. How does this one land? Okay. All right. We're going to take that. It looks like it's in reverse. Yeah. Okay. And he's in like shackles too. So you might feel like, you might have felt like stuck, like you didn't know how to bring this topic up or communicate it with them. This could be something like, it could start as simple as like something in bed that you don't like, where you're like, every time you go down under, you use teeth, something like that, where it's like you don't want to embarrass this person or hurt them or make them feel bad. But at the same time, like what they're doing is hurting you. So you have to talk about it. And I don't think they're going to be the one to bring this up. I actually feel like if they were to bring this up, you would run from the conversation. So I think you're going to have to be the one to initiate this conversation. Be like, hey, I want to talk to you about this to make this dynamic, this relationship stronger or better, easier for me, more fulfilling for me. We We have the Chariot there, yeah. So again, it's like if they were to bring this up, I think you would run. But since you're gonna have to be the one to bring this up, I think it's gonna go a lot easier. We have my Queen of Swords here. This might actually come out of like frustration. Ironically enough, this might start with like an argument that leads into some deep vulnerability. Yeah, I was saying this earlier in this reading, I think, where I was like, I was in a relationship where I had to question, like, do I love this person, or am I manufacturing these feelings to cope with how unloved I feel in this relationship? And I think maybe you've been considering walking away from this person as a result, where it's very like a black and white thinking space where you're like either, I stay and they magically transform without me saying anything. They just read my fucking mind and change. Or I walk away from them and I find someone who, even though I really don't want to. I just realized I have a whale tattoo. So this is not my situation, but perhaps this is that story about me and my ex where it's like manufacturing emotions is really gonna resonate for you. But yeah, I think the black and white thinking needs an adjustment as well here. Not to say that this is all on you, but I feel like this is a lot of shadow work on your side. In like the next era of your love life, it's gonna be a lot of shadow work in order to like have a healthy, maintainable, sustainable relationship where you feel loved and cared for. The last two, these just popped out. Okay, we have my Eight of Swords. You might be really worried about money because we have my Queen of Pentacles here with the Eight of Swords. You might be really worried about like money, finances. Maybe that's where okay. Money and finances is what's going to trigger this argument that's going to bring all of this out. Because my Eight of Swords, this is in a traditional tarot, it depicts a woman who is like bound and gagged. She's unable to speak. She's alone on this desert island. She's not able to scream for help, to wave her hands, to get someone to come help her. So I feel like there is some like pent up anger. There's some kind of like unresolved situation around money, specifically money or material possession, finances, etc. Maybe a job. And it's finally going to get spoken up about, and that it's going to lead into this whole series where you really deepen your connection with this person through vulnerability. That, or, again, on the other hand, you run, and then you'll have to do this whole process with someone else. Let me cut the deck here. We have the Devil coming out in reverse. Okay. Yeah, Devil, Ace of Wands there. Ooh, spicy though. Ooh, I feel like you guys are going to get... It's been coming up a lot in my readings. Was this the pile that had fire on it? Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. All the readings have been quite a little bit spicy, so I'm not super surprised. This person might actually have like a financial solution, which is so funny. I don't think you're going to like it. In fact, I think you're gonna be like, no, if you go down, it might be unethical. That might be why it starts an argument. It might be unethical, or it feels like a betrayal to you. Yeah, I think that's what starts this argument. I think this argument starts over money, and it ends with you guys like deepening your relationship through like serious vulnerability or you walking away. Interesting. Can I be so honest with you? I feel like this person does misunderstand you. And I don't know if that's intentional or not. But that might be like a deciding factor in whether or not you stay or go here. Because I think once you get vulnerable with this person and you open up to them, if they continue to choose to misunderstand you, I think that's where you walk away. And I think that's where you should be walking away, if I'm being completely honest. I know that's not the message that you want to hear. I know that's not an easy message to give, but that is, I think, a message that needs to be said. That if this person is more committed to misunderstanding you than they are to trying to resolve this with you, then yeah, I would suggest leaving. And I do think that this situation, this cycle will start again, not with this person, but with someone new. And I think then it will be easier for you to work through. But that's going to be a message for very few. I just felt like it needed to be said. So I'm going to end that there. I'm going to go ahead and grab some affirmations for you guys, because I know this was a tougher pile than my other ones. And I do appreciate you being here. I do hope that this helped. It says, today I am excited. Today is going to be the best day ever. Ooh. Yeah, maybe this is so strange. This is a side note for someone, but this could be like you might be seeing someone where it's like, if they're in a bad mood, it's everyone's bad mood. You know, like it's everyone's problem now. And so again, if it's that kind of dynamic, like you need to get out, because that's not okay. That's not healthy. That's not normal. You deserve to be with someone who makes you feel like their bad mood isn't your responsibility. We have, today I am ready to receive love. Today I am open to being loved by another healthy person. And then we have, today I will forgive. Today I will forgive any past mistakes I have made and love myself unconditionally. Back of the deck, we have, today I am resourceful. Today I will turn anything into an opportunity. Let's go ahead and get some initials for you guys, and I think that's where we're going to leave this off. Oh, it's like not letting me get any. Okay. Okay, alright, there we go. I got a couple. Yeah, I feel like you need to have a backbone with this person. What is this? This says a thrilling time lies ahead. I feel like you're going to go on an adventure soon. Now, we have my ring here. I have a catfish here. And I have my stingray, which is about growing a backbone. For the initials, we have M, D, O, R, H, and I hear wedding bells. But that's what I'm seeing for you, pile number 4. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys again in the next one. Make sure to check out my Etsy for private readings or my TikTok for super discounted readings. Thank you again. Bye!